It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we've got the Seahawks superstar wide receiver. He's been a production machine with a 1,200-yard season going to this point. It's the Seahawks and the Cowboys, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here. As it'll be with Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storyline. Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Seattle. Here's Raymond bringing it out. To come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number one, including himself.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. They'll set up to throw. He's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Taken down at the 42. The Cowboys at 14-2 heading into this final week. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And let's remember that last week that this offense, they played about as well as they possibly could play. Touchdown after touchdown. They were absolutely unstoppable in that game. They'll be hard-pressed to do it again, repeat that type of performance. But, boy, were they sensational just a week ago. I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they'll accept that penalty. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll look to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. So no gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
At the 21-yard line.
Seven yards there and a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. Back to throw. Tyler. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They run the counter. Michaels. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Tyler. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. 12 yards there as they move the chains. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Michaels. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. You look at this Cowboy defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for. Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Up the middle they go. Michaels. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Michaels. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Off play action. Tyler. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. From 10 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there, tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He topped the 200-yard mark a week ago. You know they're going to have a lot of eyes and hopefully for them bodies on him here in this one.
You got to expect defensively, forget 8 men in the box. 9, 10, 11. Hey, listen, they're trying to sneak you and me in there to try and slow him down. But I bet his offensive line mates are going to accept that challenge. They really like blocking for a guy who can churn up that kind of yardage.
They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibson. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, here we sit, Week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six, and I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
A try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. Hard running at the 15. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Throwing after the interception. Tyler. That's taken in by Watson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 22-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
3 yards to go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Michaels. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Tyler. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Michaels. There he goes, left side. Loose inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. That one good for 37 yards.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd down now, Michaels. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. So not only do you not get the 1st down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot. You just made my job a little tougher because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower because he's got to get more distance. That means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And a couple back down to 4 now at 14-10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. 2nd and 9 now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibson. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. 3rd and 5. They'll drop the throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Pretty good location there on that throw.
It really was, wasn't it? That was likely one where the receiver was either going to catch it or no one. Really good decision. And, boy, what a catch and move right there.
And a tough spot to get it over the middle. Now here's a throw. It's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. He's got Gibson on the out route. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Defense.
They've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Now back to throw. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
They'll set up a throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Now the try here for the point after. It's good, and it's 21-10. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. Tyler. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Cowboys.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's second and inches.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on second and inches. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Looking to throw. Tyler. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Tyler. And that is incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that third down pass. Brings up 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Wide open receiver complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This is brought in by Gibson. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
At the 21-yard line, a gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. The Giants trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And you can see there, it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. The Colts trying to hold on and claim victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Raiders. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Tyler.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get to him right away at the 40.
1st down, Cowboys.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 14. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys are pouring it on. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Tyler. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
On third down, Tyler.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Michaels might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On second down, Michaels. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Tyler.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And this one is right through. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Now an option play, and he'll keep it.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. They'll set up to throw. That is caught. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Gibson. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Cowboys have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Michaels.
And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
To throw on third down. Tyler. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down.
That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
Back now in Seattle, Washington.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
And even 100 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. And I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Here's 2nd and 8. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
On 1st and 10, Tyler throwing middle, and it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Back to throw. Tyler firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Looking to throw. Tyler.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And some room to maneuver. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Well, the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
On third down, Tyler. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fielded at the 33.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That's not good enough, man.
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
On first down, Tyler. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
3rd and 8.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Back to throw. Tyler. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick them off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
At the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today. So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Seahawks take back over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. He finds his man, complete. It's Barber. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It's second and inches at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw. Tyler. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back to throw. Tyler. And a dangerous throw there. Incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Tyler. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 228 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, flat, Bronco switch.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now he's into the clear again. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Dallas,
it's one more win to finish the season as they wrap up with a sterling 15-2 record.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Seattle,
this loss will be the capper to a dismal 4-13 campaign.
And this front office will have plenty of work to do in the draft and through free agency to turn this ship around. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
It's Madden NFL 24. And coming up next is the Commanders' towering wide receiver. He's been a production machine with a 1,200-yard season going to this point. It's the Commanders and the Cardinals. Coming up next.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the one. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storyline. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon, and we are underway from FedEx Field. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game: surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here, and I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field.
And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
At the 24-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Throwing now is Stroud. And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Second down and inches. Able to complete this one to McLeod. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Back to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Now the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. This taken in right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. As the Commanders make their way out on offense, let's take a peek at the playoff picture in the NFC. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Stroud now on second down. That one's complete to Tomlinson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some room to run now. There he goes, right side. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
An extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw here.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass is taken in by McLeod.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
You talk about this Washington defense.
Well, they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This will be fielded at the 17. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense set to take over again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Stroud looking to throw.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
And Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play.
Stroud will look to throw once more.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
7-7, our score after one. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Stroud out of the gun here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down, fighting him off. He'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That is caught, and he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. 2nd and 5. Got an open man. It's McLeod. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed him to perfection. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Shoves him away. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain the play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And caught it up! They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already.
Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Commanders 7.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. He's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
Stroud working out of the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st down, here's Stroud.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 47-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Stroud. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Now a give, right side. Avery, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 3 on the play. 1st down, Cardinals.
He finds his man, complete. It's Atkins. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
He finds his man, complete. That's Atkins. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is caught by Martin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10.
And it's complete to Martin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Stroud off the play fake.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Here's Stroud.
And this is caught at the end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Throwing now is Stroud. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And bulldozing his way through. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Arizona.
Back to throw again. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Cards will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Commanders 14.
And he returns this to the 22.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Giants who are out in front in the second quarter. The Giants locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. The Colts seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Raiders.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Stroud sets up the play action.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Stroud.
And Martin's got it, complete.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
In motion left goes a tight end. On third down, it's Webster. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it here. Why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Stroud to throw it.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Stroud looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Commanders first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out in the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Defense.
What was that, Russ?
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And Stroud now to throw.
And he will find his man on the outside.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw. Stroud. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Commanders have cut it back within a score.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the 2nd half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Atkins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. On 1st down, Avery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Now back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Cardinals.
They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his 1st drop, his 2nd drop of the game. Shreds him with a stiff arm.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line.
A gain there of 21 yards.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Up the middle they go. Avery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss. 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On play action, they'll throw. And this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Atkins. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumbled out great field position. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Atkins.
And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
A 2nd field goal here this 3rd quarter, and his 3rd of the game so far.
He's been an important part of the offense, that's for sure, and they may need him again before this one's said and done. So I would treat him like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. Leave him alone and let him focus.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Washington offense set to take over.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Back now at FedEx Field.
It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this 4th quarter.
Now this one complete on the slant route. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now Stroud. And he will find his man on the outside. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Play action. Stroud now. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. This is 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Stroud throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Martin. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll move him back within 6 now. Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the post.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first down. There he goes, left side! And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll keep it on the ground. Avery, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Well, he is caught, and they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They'll run on first down. Avery, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff up the middle. Avery, they get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
The Cardinals on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Up the middle they go. Avery, and this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Again on 2nd down, it's Stroud. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
3rd and 7.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
3rd down and 13. Throwing now is Stroud.
Under pressure, they got him again. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down now, Avery. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll keep it on the ground. Avery, and he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And his kick is absolutely perfect, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Now Washington down by 12. A little under 1:50 remaining. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down.
Here's Stroud.
And
he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
9-yard loss.
Stroud.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the 16-yard line.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Here now, 3rd down. Stroud to throw it. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Now here's Stroud. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The Cardinal offense takes back over. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st down. And that's a big one, as they should be able to run it out from here. And they'll indeed take a knee. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Cards, they get that important 10th win to finish the regular season at 10-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very trying 4-13 campaign. And this front office will have plenty of work to do in the draft and through free agency to turn this ship around. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and we've got the Dolphins' sure-handed wide receiver. He's been a production machine with a 1,200-yard season going to this.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. When you talk about this Jets defense,
and this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
The Dolphins at 13 and 3 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings. Just so professional, mature. Looks like he's been in the league.
And he will take it in for the Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there.
That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone, and he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses them about 4 yards.
So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game. You just sit back and ask yourself, how did he throw that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. But this guy, he is hard to corral.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
You talk about this Miami defense.
They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, get it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Even keeping the back end from extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This is Brown going up the middle. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 19-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week? How fitting into the secondary on that run.
Yeah, a nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is caught at the 8.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Here's a give to Brown. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 2nd and goal from the 1. Back to throw here. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him, when he's driving home, to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive.
So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Third down and 1.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he'll have a Jets first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Jets.
Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And Graham on the ground. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Out of the gun now on third down.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well in time there, and now fourth down.
That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on third down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Miami's offense set and ready to go. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful with this one.
2nd and 4. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. From the gun, a give to Brown. Dances by him, able to power through. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 61 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. He finds Riddick, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there. Back to throw now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
He'll get it inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Back to throw again. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Now a give, left side, Brown with it. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll set up a throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. From 10 yards out. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And the Dolphins are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. And Charles, the 2nd time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there is that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now this one complete on the slant route. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down, New York.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Weber. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop. Never got going. A loss of a couple. And it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. They'll set up to throw.
That's to the sideline and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They go play action here on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Jets are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And New York set to take the field.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 3.
They'll look to throw.
That's going to be caught by Rivers.
Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
First down, New York.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now a play fake here on first down. The connection made. It's Graham. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down.
They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and the ball is knocked out. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. 2nd down and inches. And his pass incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now back to throw. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And the Patriots have the lead in the final stages before halftime. The Patriots trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, let's head over to Highmark Stadium to check out what's happening with the Bills. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Jalen Hurts, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. P.J. Walker, 2 touchdown passes thus far.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. This taken in at the goal line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And taken at the 46. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Now 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They're going to look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the handoff, this is Brown. A little juke. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 80 yards rushing for him now to this point. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
An inside give, Brown. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. And he's got it. And the Dolphins are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins had 6 to their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Here comes Richard on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The New York set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Jets.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, New York.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from one 43 to the other for 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. He'll drop to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Handing it off to Brown.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side, complete. That's Jones. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
They give it to Brown. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Back to throw here. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. A gain of 22.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Running right, here's Brown. Stiff-armed him. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
At the 31-yard line.
One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back now in Miami. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the Jets' 31-yard line.
They will toss to Brown. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On now the Miami field goal unit. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Man, sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
And New York set to take the field.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. This pass is going to wind up incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He may go.
Well, he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight and do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And the Jets set to take the field.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jenkins. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's second down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll set up a throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Back to throw again. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Jets.
They'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Dolphins' 17-yard line.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Miami set to take over. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They defer to Brown to start the drive. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 114 yards rushing now for the ball game on 24 carries. Right back to Brown. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
This is Brown. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2nd and 11 at the 41. They'll run. This is Brown. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets 11. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
I've got an idea. Let's get racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go do the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. They'll run it here with Brown. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here's Brown on 2nd down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Miami, they finish things off in style, putting a bow on a 14-3 regular season. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they wanted desperately to finish above 500, but that will not happen as it is an 8-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.